Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome to EduSmart Studio. Today we will discuss some modern instructional strategies especially prepared for the lecturer education syllabus and for the preparation of headmaster or headmistress competitive examinations. In this lecture you will learn about flipped classroom method, cooperative learning, small group instruction, peer teaching, individualized instruction, mastery learning, role play and simulation method, field trip method, questioning method and discovery learning. These instructional strategies are very important for competitive examinations as well as effective classroom teaching. These teaching strategies make learning more interactive, teacher-centered, practical and meaningful. So stay connected and let's begin today's informative session. Imagine a classroom where students already know the lesson before teaching begins. And instead of only listening to lectures in the class, students come prepared and ready to participate in discussions, activities and deeper understanding. This modern teaching approach is called flipped classroom method, where learning begins at home and understanding is strengthened in classroom. Flipped classroom method is a modern teaching method where students first learn the lesson at home through videos, presentation or reading materials. And classroom time is used for discussion, activities and problem solving. So we can say in flipped classroom method, homework and classroom activities are reversed. Now imagine the teacher uploads a video lesson about the solar system. At home, students watch the video and learn the basic concepts. Some students pause the video, rewatch difficult parts and make notes. The next day in class, instead of giving a long lecture, the teacher asks questions, conducts activities and discusses the topic with students. Students work in groups, share ideas and solve problems together. Now think, students already know the basics before coming to class. So classroom time becomes more active, interesting and interactive. This is flipped classroom method where students learn first at home and practice in class. So always remember, flipped classroom method means students first study the lesson at home, then practice and discuss in the classroom. It is a modern, student-centered and technology-based method of teaching, where students learn basic concepts at home and do activities in the classroom. It is learning by working together. Think of it like a cricket team. One player does batting, another does bowling, one does wicket keeping and others do fielding. But at the end, the whole team wins together. This is called cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is a method where students are divided into small groups, usually 3 to 5 members, and they work together to complete a task. In this method, students not only learn themselves but also help their classmates learn. So we can say they learn together, help each other and succeed together. Now imagine the teacher gives a task to make a model of solar system. And instead of everyone doing the same work, students divide the task smartly. One student becomes the researcher who gathers information about planets. Another is the artist who draws the solar system diagram. Third student becomes writer and collect all information accurately. And the last student becomes the leader who organizes the group, checks everyone's work and neatly arranges all planets on the model. In this way, students learn together, help each other and complete the task effectively. Now think carefully. If the researcher gives wrong information, the whole project becomes incorrect. If the artist does not paint properly, the model will not look attractive. If the writer does not provide accurate facts, the project will be incomplete. So every student is a role and every student's role is important, because in cooperative learning, everyone supports each other and together they achieve the goal. This is cooperative learning. Think of it like this. Sometimes a friend explains something to you and you understand it better than teacher's explanation. Why? Because your peer explains it in a more simpler and friendly way. This is called peer teaching. Peer teaching is a method of teaching where students teach and help other students learn. For example, a student who understands the topic well teaches another student who is facing difficulty. So we can say in peer teaching method, students teach each other and learn. Now imagine the teacher teaches a lesson on fractions in the class. Some students understand it quickly, but some students are confused and don't get it. So the teacher pairs the students. One student in the pair who understands the topic well explains it to another student who is confused and slowly understand the concept. Now think, the students who teaches understand the topic even better, and the students who learns feels comfortable and asks questions. So in this way both students benefits. This is peer teaching, where students teach, help and learn from each other. Think of a classroom. All students are sitting together, but all students do not learn in the same way. Some students understand quickly while others needs more time and support. So how can a teacher help everyone? Very simple. By dividing the class into small groups and teaching them according to their level. This is called small group instruction. Small group instruction is a teaching method where the teacher works with a small number of students, usually 3 to 6. Who have similar learning needs or ability level. We can say students learn in small groups with direct teacher support. Now imagine in a class, some students are struggling with reading. And instead of teaching the whole class in the same way, teacher calls these students into a small group. The teacher sits close to them, reads the passage, explains difficult words and asks each student to read aloud. Correct their mistakes immediately and give personal attention to each student. As a result, students feel more confident and their reading improves quickly. This is small group instruction, where the teacher focuses on a small group to improve learning. Think of a classroom. Many students are sitting together, but every student is different. Some learn quickly, some need more time, some understand by reading, others understand by listening or doing. So can one teaching method work for all students? No. That is why we use individualized instruction method. Individualized instruction is a teaching method in which the teacher teaches each student according to their needs, abilities and learning speed. The teacher gives personal attention and adjusts the teaching style for each learner separately. So we can say each student learn in their own way at their own speed. Now imagine, in a class, one student is weak in mathematics, while other students are working independently. So what does the teacher do? The teacher calls the students separately. Sit beside him or her. Explain the concept again with simpler way, step by step. Gives extra practice and check each step carefully. Now observe, the student is not rushed, not compared with others, and slowly the student understands and becomes more confident. This is individualized instruction, where teaching is designed for one student at a time. Think of it like learning to ride a bicycle. At first you may fall, you may lose balance, but you don't give up. You practice again and again until you finally learn it perfectly. This is the idea of mastery learning. Mastery learning is a teaching method in which students must fully understand a topic before moving to the next topic. If a student does not understand, the teacher provides extra time, practice and support until the student achieves mastery. So we can say students learn at their own speed until they master the content. Now imagine a teacher is teaching addition in the class. Before moving to subtraction, the teacher checks whether all students understand addition. Some students understand quickly, but some students are still confused. So the teacher gives extra practice, explains again and support those students individually. Only when all students understand the addition properly, then the teacher moves to the next topic. This is called mastery learning, where no student is left behind. Think about a school drama activity. Some students act as teachers, some become students, and some perform as parents or principals. By acting in different roles, students understand real life situation better. This is called role play and simulation method. Role play and simulation method is a teaching method in which students perform different roles in real or imaginary situations and learn through practical experiences. In this method, students actively participate, communicate with each other and understand concept by acting. So we can say students learn by doing, performing and experiencing. Now imagine the teacher wants to teach students about a parent-teacher meeting. One student becomes the teacher, another becomes the parent and other acts as a student. The teacher explains the student's progress, the parent asks questions and the student responds politely. Through this activity, students learn communication, confidence and problem-solving skills. This is role play and simulation method. Now let's take another simple example. Imagine the school conducts a fire drill activity. One student acts as the teacher. Some students act as school children and one student becomes the firefighter. Suddenly the fire alarm rings. Students quickly leave the classroom in a line. The teacher guides everyone calmly and the firefighter helps students move to a safe place. Through this activity, students learn what to do during a fire emergency. They learn safety rules, discipline and teamwork. This is also role play and simulation method. Imagine students are visiting a museum, a zoo or a historical place. And instead of learning only from books, students learn by seeing real things directly. This is called field trip method. Field trip method is a teaching method in which students are taken outside the classroom to observe real places, objects or situations and learn through direct experiences. In this method, students actively observe, ask questions and connect classroom learning with real life. So we can say students learn by seeing, observing and experiencing. Now imagine students visit a historical museum. They observe old coins, ancient books, weapons and historical objects. The museum guide explains importance of these things. Students listen carefully, discuss history and learn about past events. Through this activity, students gain practical knowledge of history. This is called field trip method because students learn from real life observations. Now imagine a classroom where students are not just memorizing facts and listening silently to lectures, but they are actively exploring, questioning, experimenting and discovering answers on their own. And instead of depending completely on teachers for every answer, students learn through observation, discussion, activities, investigation and problem solving. This is called discovery learning method, where students discover knowledge through exploration and active participation. Discovery learning is a modern teaching method in which students learn by exploring, observing, investigating and discovering concepts by themselves, while the teacher acts as a guide or a facilitator. So we can say in discovery learning, students actively discover knowledge instead of only receiving information directly from the teacher. Now imagine a science teacher wants to teach the concept of floating and sinking. And instead of directly explaining the rule, the teacher gives students different objects like wood, stone, plastic bottle and iron nail. Students place the object in water, observe carefully and discuss which objects float and which sink. They compare their observations, ask questions and try to discover the reason behind the results. The teacher guides them with simple questions like, why do some objects float? Which objects are heavier or lighter? Finally, students understand the concept through their own experiences and investigation. This is discovery learning method, where students learn by exploring and discovering concepts themselves. So always remember, discovery learning method means students learn by exploring, observing, investigating and discovering concepts by themselves. The teacher does not simply provide ready-made answers, and instead the teacher guides students towards learning and understanding. It is a modern, student-centered, activity-based teaching method. Now let's summarize the lecture. In flipped classroom method, students first learn at home while classroom time is used for discussion and activities. In cooperative learning, students work together in groups to achieve a common learning goal. While in peer teaching, students teach and help each other understand the concept in a simple and friendly way. In small group instruction, the teacher teaches a small number of students according to their needs and abilities. While in individualized instruction, teaching is adjusted according to each student's learning needs. In mastery learning, students fully understand one topic. Then teacher moves to the next one so that no student is left behind. In role play and simulation method, students learn through acting and performing real life situations. Whereas in field trip method, students gain practical learning experiences by visiting real places outside the classroom or schools. Lastly, in discovery learning method, students learn by exploring and discovering concepts on their own, but with the teacher guidance. All these modern instructional methods make learning more active, practical, creative and enjoyable. That is all for today's lecture. If you liked the lecture, please like, share and subscribe to EduSmart Studio for more easy to understand lectures. Thank you for watching EduSmart Studio. Allah Hafiz.